Are you a teenager? What kind of skin do you have? Is it oily? Is it dry? Is it combination? What kind of products should you use to keep your skin glowing and beautiful all day and for many years to come? Join us on this episode of the Skin Therapy Show to show you what kind of products you should use, how to use them, when to use them to keep your skin the best possible way it could be. I'm Roshanara Ibrahim, and this is the Skin Therapy Show.
And once again, welcome to the Skin Therapy Show. My name is Sarandanu Teshna, and today I'm hanging out with a gorgeous lady, Olive, at the Lune Beauty Spa. Olive, this is amazing. Thank you. You are the CEO of the Lune. Please just take us through, rather, before we even go there, introduce yourself to our viewers. Tell us what you do and how long you've been doing this for.
Okay, my name is Olivia Mugambi Spillman. I'm a lawyer by profession, so this is something very new to me, and I'm learning as I go along with it. But it's a passion that I have because it is my experience that I want to bring to the Kenyans.
Okay, so being a lawyer, having a beauty spa, how did that come along?
It's a bit of a long story. I travel a lot because I work for an international NGO. I travel a lot for work, and I went to different climates, different environments, which really affected my skin. And I had all these skin concerns and skin issues, and what I used to know as my very healthy skin was very affected. So I started looking for products to use. And I was using products that were not working for me, not working for my skin, and I felt like I was not being listened to by all the places that I went to.
Exactly.
And when I went to South Africa, I lived in South Africa for some time for work, and I met Dermalogica, the #1 skincare brand in the world. And I remember that I was very desperate at the time, and I was using different products. I was going to different centers for skin treatments, and I was not getting the results that I wanted. And one day I was walking through the mall, and this lady comes up to me and tells me, "Why don't you visit our center and we can have a conversation about your skin?"
This is still in SA, yeah?
Still in SA.
All right.
And I go, and she brings me to a Dermalogica skin center. And she sits me down, and we just have a conversation about my concerns, about my skin. This was the first time I was experiencing this. You know, everywhere else I went and said, "I need something for my pigmentation. I need something for the dryness. I need something for this." And they would just go to the shelves, pick something, and give it to me.
Exactly.
Without telling me how to use it, what was in the product, how it was going to solve my issues. This time, I sat with this lady, a Dermalogica skin specialist, and we had a very, very thorough conversation. And we talked about my concerns, and she told me how the Dermalogica products would help me. She educated me about the skin treatments, about the products, and what kind of skin fitness plan I should have. And from that day, I was hooked to Dermalogica. And I started the skin treatments, and I started the home care products, and immediately I started to see results.
Wow.
What I had been suffering with for a very long time.
Yeah.
And so I stuck to the fitness plan. So when I relocated back to Kenya because of family, I got married to my husband and I have a baby.
Yeah.
So we decided, let's come back home to Kenya.
Wow.
And I wanted to continue with my fitness plan because it was working for me and it was very individualized to my skin concerns. And I tried to find Dermalogica within Kenya and I could not find it.
You can't find it
You
here.
can't find it anywhere.
Yes.
And when I had my home care products that got finished, I became desperate. And I started using different products. And again, my
You're
skin
back
started
to
to
square
regress.
one now.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I figured, I was always complaining. And my mom and my husband were telling me, be the change that you want to see.
Exactly.
And I would go for skin treatments and I would do the same facial every single time. And I convinced my husband, maybe you should also get a facial done. And he would go and get the same facial that I got.
Oh, wow.
And my friends would get the same facial that they got.
The same products?
The same products,
Wow.
the same procedure. And I was like, how is it possible that I, with my skin concerns, my husband who's a man, my friends who have different concerns are getting the same kind of treatment? So I knew something was very wrong.
Yeah.
I knew that Kenyans needed to know what real skin health meant and what skin treatments and skin products that good products really were.
Yeah.
So I decided to be the change that I wanted to see. I decided even if to go outside what I was comfortable doing as a lawyer, as a humanitarian worker, and I said, I'm going to bring these options to Kenyans.
Yeah.
Because Kenyans do need the option. They need to know what is good. They need to know get value for their money. And that's how now this began.
Wow.
Yes.
And first of all, I must actually just mention that your skin is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Is
because
this
I
as a
use
result-
Dermalogica products.
Dermalogica, look at you now. Okay, let me just take you back a little bit. Tell us, how was it, dealing with that kind of a skin condition? Did it affect your work? Did it ever affect your ego as a woman?
Yeah, as a woman, definitely, because we want to look beautiful, but more than that, we want to also feel healthy. And I didn't feel healthy. It was always something that I had in mind, that, I have all these concerns. My skin is not feeling dehydrated. My feel is feeling too tight. So, I also, during work, I'm constantly running to the bathroom to either pat it dry because of the oiliness, or I'm feeling so stretched out because on that particular day, my skin is so dried out.
Yeah.
Or, so you go for, and I'm a trainer. So, I go for my trainings, and, sometimes I wonder, are they looking at me because of my little breakout? Are they looking at me and wondering, what's wrong with all this pigmentation?
Exactly,
Yeah. So it does really cause a lot of stress.
And when you have to address people, you're very, cautious about yourself.
Exactly.
Do you know, the funny thing is, every single time when I feel like my skin is tight, I always feel like maybe it's because of my toner, and my toner is working, because that's the work of the toner, just to make sure that your skin is in place. It's so important that you get to mention that. Most of the time, if you feel like your skin is way too tight than normal, it's because you're dehydrated.
Exactly.
So, you do. The name that I cannot pronounce. I have been trying to pronounce this name the whole day. How do you pronounce it, first of all?
Lune Beauty Bar.
Okay.
Lune.
Okay.
It's French.
It's French.
It's French.
So what
As
does
I
it
mentioned,
mean?
my husband is French.
Okay, right.
So because we want to be different, we want to bring the dream to Kenyans. So why call it Olivia Spa? Why call it Water Lily Spa? We want it to be different. We want to create the dream. We want to be different. So we thought, let's come up with a French name. Let's build a brand around that French name. And literally translated, Lundo is moon of the water.
Oh, wow.
But it is a very poetic way in French to say water lily. So we can simply call the nail bar, the spa, Water Lily Spa.
Yeah.
But that's boring. That's not different.
Yeah.
So let's go with Lundo, which is a very poetic way of saying it. It creates the dream. It creates what we are trying to achieve, what we are trying to bring to Kenyans. So what we are trying to create is the dream that brings about, the pampering, the high quality service that you deserve. So it's something different. We didn't want to be typical because what we are doing is not typical.
Exactly.
It's not normal. We want something different, something of higher class, something that you will have value for your money for and see results and effects.
Yeah, and it absolutely looks lush and, what every woman needs. But you've just mentioned higher class. So does that mean that you're targeting a particular class of people?
No, actually, when I talk about bringing the options to Kenyans and the services that we are getting now are, you pay quite a good amount of money for them, but you don't get the value for that. So our prices are very much what is in the market, but only that with the service we are going to be giving you is going to be matching that kind of price. It's the same price, but you get value for what you are paying for.
Exactly.
It's not the same kind of treatment that you would get every single place, because there has been the lie of this is how much it costs because this is what it is.
Exactly, yeah.
But actually, behind the scenes, I think that people are, the profits are way too high. So bring something that is actually effective, of quality, that is of the price.
Exactly. So I know you have mentioned that you are, the main distributor of Dermalogica because you believe in it and it was the very first brand that, worked for you. Do you think that maybe there's another brand out there that is as good as Dermalogica? And why specifically this one?
Well, it's all about my personal story, my personal journey.
Yes.
And I have not met another brand that is better than Dermalogica. It might be out there, I don't know. But it is what worked for me. I tried many, as I was saying earlier, that with all my skin concerns, I tried many products, many high brand products that did not work for me because they were not addressing my concerns. So, and Dermalogica, it is the #1 leading brand in the world, professional brand. And when you talk about professional brand, it's because of the kinds of ingredients that goes in there, the kind of research, science and technology mixed with nature to be able to come up with this product. And it is all over the world. Not maybe in Africa less because it is something that has not been brought to us. So this is the opportunity for Kenyans to experience it for themselves and now judge for themselves whether it is indeed the number one brand in Kenya.
So now that you've already established your very first beauty bar in Kenya with Dermalogica, do you have any plans of expanding?
Definitely. You know, now we are based on Mombasa Road in Nairobi, but all Kenyans need this option. We want to see how we can be able to bring to Kenyans this option, to majority of the Kenyans. So we are definitely looking into opening other branches within Nairobi and also outside of Nairobi.
Okay. So for someone who would like to start using Dermalogica, maybe you can just give them a reason as to why, apart from your own personal, you know, experience. Maybe you can just give us another reason as to why people should really try out Dermalogica.
Okay, I spoke earlier about the individualized approach that we have.
Exactly, yeah.
And that involves a couple of steps before we are able to prescribe to you a treatment and a product. So we have a consultation with you. We have a conversation about your skin. And thereafter we have what we call a Dermalogica face mapping. A Dermalogica face mapping is where we divide your skin into 14 zones and analyze each of those zones. Because one zone might tell us something different from the next zone. So from there, from the results of that Dermalogica face mapping, then we are able to prescribe to you products that will address your concerns, zone by zone, and also prescribe the treatment that will be able to begin the process towards your healthier skin.
All right. So does that mean that Dermalogica has different products for different sexes?
Yes.
Yeah.
We do have different lines, what we call segmentation, and we have what we call the age smart, which is for the older skin, for the more mature skin. It addresses issues of the fine lines. It addresses issues of dehydration. As we age, our skins become less effective in protecting ourselves. We have what we call the Medibac. Medibac addresses the issues of acne and breakouts and the oily skins. We also have a line called Ultra Calming, which is a line that addresses those individuals with very sensitive skin. And that's a huge concern. You know, people say, I won't use a product, I will just use my soap and water because I have very sensitive skin. Yeah. We have a product specifically for sensitive skin, which what it does, it calms down the skin, it manages the skin type and while addressing the concerns. Yeah. We also have the Clear Start. The Clear Start would be something that would be very new to the Kenyan population. It's a line for teenagers. It's a line for youthful young skin. And today we also get teenagers asking about, do you have products for me?
Exactly.
Are you able to address
puberty as well?
Exactly. Yeah. When they hit puberty, their hormones are raging. Probably they've not been taking care of their skins for some time. So they have all these breakouts and it's oily. You know, all those concerns that we have when we are teenagers during puberty.
Exactly.
We have a line specifically to address those concerns. And apart from the products, we also have skin treatments just for teenagers, because teenage skin is young skin. We do not want to mess around too much with it. So a typical facial will not work for a teenage skin, because the products would be too harsh. They would not be customized for that young skin. So what this line does is address concerns of teenagers, of young skin. But later during the show, we are going to have our expert Anik, who is our Dermalogica skin expert, taking us through what exactly that line is about and how the treatments are done.
And it's so important because I think that's where the gap is, because most of the spas, if you go to get a procedure done, they don't really pay attention to your age group.
Exactly.
So they kind of use the same product on an elderly person, a young person, you know.
The man, the woman,
yeah, which is, it's really good that you've mentioned that. So, do you have a website?
Yes, we do. We do have a website.
Social media page where people can actually, just reach you.
Yes, we do have a website, www.lundo.co.ke. Our Facebook page, Lundo Beauty Bar, and our Instagram at Lundo.
How would you spell that?
Lunedeau.
All right.
Lundo.
All right, and without wasting time, I will now take you to my co-host, Rosh, who is going to take us through, of course, with the help of Anik, the teenage product procedure. Do not go too far.
Joining me once again is Anika from Dermalogica, who's going to take us through the teenage range of products for kids.
Okay, so when it comes to teenage skin, we'll find a lot more oiliness. And also if you think about this type of client, they're not going to lie down for a full hour and a half treatment.
Of course not.
So we're going to make our treatment short and sweet. We're really going to focus on their concerns. So that would mostly be oiliness. It would be congestion like blackheads. It would be maybe hormonal pustules or pimples that we call for teenagers. So we really need to look at addressing all of those concerns.
Yeah, but is this good for people with dry skin as well, since it dries the skin out?
Well, it's not really going to dry out the skin. The products are still pH balanced and formulated, but remember, we are targeting a very specific teenage skin, and this is a problematic, oily teenage skin. So what I'm doing now is we are exfoliating Joyce's skin.
Okay.
And she said that one of her concerns during the consultation is blackheads.
Okay.
And that is a common thing with teenagers. So we're going to make sure that we, really help to remove that congestion plug from the skin and that we really exfoliate.
All right, and the cleanser that you used in the beginning, question for our teenage girls out there that use makeup, does this help remove makeup as well?
Absolutely. It is a foaming cleanser. It also contains a little bit of salicylic acid, so it's going to help to exfoliate while we cleanse. So now that we've done with our exfoliation, we would go into applying a mask for our client's skin. We could even do some extractions to remove those blockages. I'm also going to focus on the oiliness with my mask. It's a cooling mask. Yeah, we need to get our teenagers, from making it a habit from an early age to really start looking after their skin. And I'm sure that a lot of moms out there will agree that the younger you start, the better.
The better.
So why not send your teenager to Lune for a Clear Start Teenage Skin Treatment, where we will analyze the skin, recommend home care advice for teenagers, specifically for their concerns.
Nice. That's brilliant. This has been really informative, and now you know there's a line for your skincare for your kids at home. Dermalogica is the answer. Stay tuned. Today on the Skin Therapy Show, we take you to Lune Beauty Bar, where we're going to meet a few teenagers that are going to tell us their skin care routine and how they take care of their skin. Hi, how are you?
Okay, I'm fine.
What's your name?
My name is Martin.
Martin, how do you take care of your skin every day from the moment you wake up?
Every day when I wake up, I wash my face
What do you wash your face with?
with clean water.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, not soapy water, not salty water, but fresh water.
Hi ladies, how are you?
Okay, thank you.
What are your names, please?
I'm Kendi.
Candy and
Rayan.
Rayan. That's such a brilliant name. It's so beautiful. So tell us about your skincare routine. How do you take care of your skin?
I cleanse in the morning, and I always wear my sunscreen on. Takes a lot of water, and maybe in the evening, just my makeup off when I have makeup, and then just cleanse it again and a moisturizer before I sleep.
Are you really that good?
Yes, I'm that good.
And how much water do you drink in a day?
I think I do more than 2. I think 4 liters. I do a lot of water.
Wow, and I can see how radiant your skin is. You've got a glow, so I need to start drinking more water, clearly. How about you?
It's basically the same thing, just adding a little bit of a toner to cleanse off the makeup. Yeah.
And how does junk food affect your skin?
Ooh. Every time I eat junk food, you'll just see by my forehead, basically I have the small pimples because it blocks as soon as I do, especially fries.
And we all love those guilty pleasures, don't we? Yeah. Another thing, have you had your skin analysis done?
Yes, I did. It was quite interesting. So the person who was doing it is called Joyce, and she divided it into 14 areas, and she described that most of the parts had some oil, the millions, the milky, whatever, the white stuff. So yeah, she also advised that I get some products.
And so we've heard it, a few testimonies from guests that are here to do their skin analysis and find out just how much better they can take care of their skin from now on. You're watching the Skin Therapy Show. Stay tuned.
Okay, welcome back. Thank you so much, Rosh. That looks absolutely fun, and it's so important to note that, the young girls and boys finally have a solution to their skincare challenges. So, Olive, does this procedure only take place at Lune in Kenya right now?
Yes, because Dermalogica is a professional brand, we do require that the therapists are trained in the product, how to use the product, how to prescribe the product, and also how to do the treatments. So our therapists at Lune are trained on using the Dermalogica product because it is also an individualized kind of approach. So they must be also able to know the whole range. They must be able to know what ingredients do what, the ingredients in each product, and that way they're able to customize the experience to you. And that can only be done by a trained therapist.
Okay. So, of course, time is not on our side. Maybe you can just give us your final words before we wind up the show.
Well, today we've talked a lot about my experience,
Yes.
about my concerns, and about my story. But every face tells a story. And that's why we bring this product to Dermalogica to the Kenyans, because your face is also telling a different story.
Exactly.
So for me, I had the conversation with Dermalogica, and they were able to read my skin and give me the solution. For you, they would be able to read your skin, read your story, have the conversation with you, and prescribe the right product and the right treatment for you.
All right.
Towards your healthier skin.
Okay, and there we have it. This has been such a wonderful session with you, Olive. I've had such a great time. It's been amazing just spending the entire day at the spa. And I hope you did enjoy yourself as much as I did. In case you have any questions or concerns in regards to today's topic, please do not shy away from asking or sending us all your concerns on our social media pages. That is Facebook, The Skin Therapy Show, Instagram and Twitter at The Skin Therapy Show. Olive, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is to Lune and good beginnings.
To Lune.
All the best to you.
Thank you.
And as for me and Olive, we say bye-bye. See you again, same time, same place next week. Bye-bye.